Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Let me just make sure this stream is up on Twitter. It said there was an error. Okay, we're good. 1 second. Give me a second. All right, yeah, that was weird. It didn't go live on my profile. But guys, thanks so much for being here. Welcome back to another episode of Market Check, brought to you by BB. My name is Max. I'm the CEO because Bitcoin, joined as well by our CFO, Tucker. The title of today's stream is, well, this wasn't officially the title, but I guess it changed to this. October canceled. Is it over or are we back? That's the official title of today's stream, guys. And it's a good one. It's a good one. We're going to talk about that. There's some weird effects going on behind me and Tucker right now. I'm not sure if StreamYard, where we do our streaming through, they added a new feature. Like this might just be a default background. I certainly didn't intentionally do this. It must just be a new default template, but
they did that. They checked price and they did it for us. Yeah.
It's a nice touch. I figured that was the case. So the StreamYard team must actually own a bunch of crypto.
Yeah.
So I guess it's over, right? I mean, October and Uptober is a failure.
It appears to be over, yeah.
There is probably no hope of the market ever having a green day again. What do you think, Tucker? I mean, it's 3 days into October, and price is down, and we've never, ever seen this before, just to be clear. And typically what happens is October 1st hits, and then we're at all-time highs immediately. So I guess I'll just ask you, like, do you think we'll ever get a green day in the market ever again? Ever?
I wish I could say yes, but the most probable outcome for me is about 8K, 3K, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I've been studying Elliott waves and harmonics recently. So.
That's right. Yeah. You know what I've noticed too is there's some equal lows on Bitcoin at $500.
Oh yeah, we should probably take that liquidity.
Do you know the lows I'm talking about? Have you seen the equal lows down there as well? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can't tell, guys, we're in a mood today. We're in a mood today because we were promised October by ourselves, and we're not there yet. We are not there yet. Oh, just kidding, guys. We're just starting off, having a little bit of fun, a little bit of sarcasm to start the show. I promise it will be constructive. I promise. It's just so hard not to like have a little bit of fun once in a while, you know? You wake up, Bitcoin's at 60K, and everybody's acting like Bitcoin's at 8K. Every day. ETH is at like range low region, sub 2,400. They act as though it's at like $800, you know, and Aave just collapsed in upon itself, a literal implosion. And ETH DeFi, the only good thing about ETH is now dead, besides the meme coins. So, yeah, I think we're just going to sit here all day. Longest stream with no charts, and we're just going to talk about how it's over.
Yeah, it just looks sad. Just looks sad out there, I'm not going to lie. You know? Like get me excited about something, you know? It's like, what are we doing? We might as well be trading Nvidia, right? Like what?
That's what I realized a while ago, Tucker, is that I thought I was going to be cute and pick my own market to trade, you know? Oh, I don't want your boomer market. Me and my young people, we're going to trade, you know, we're going to trade crypto. Good luck with your boomer market. Who wants to buy $1 trillion asset? You know, who wants to buy a $2 trillion Apple stock? Should have just done it, you know? Should have just done it. Should have been an equities trader. I thought we could have our own market. Yeah.
No.
Nope.
That'd be far too much fun.
Far too much fun. No. Far too much fun. All right, let's get into the charts, guys. We're just joking around. As you can see, we're trading at 8K, probably lower soon. So,
Oh man, I got a lot of stuff drawn on here. Oh, that's clean. That's easy. All right. I mean, could we possibly be, guys, just at support? I mean, we
no,
could be.
no.
Now, where did I draw this from? This is somewhat important. Well, I'll draw this first, right? Yearly view up. We're right there, right? That's at 59.5.
TA doesn't work, bro. It doesn't matter. You don't. Come on.
$600 below us. Come on, just tag it.
That
Just tag
actually is
it,
really
yo.
nice, though. That
It would
actually
be
is really nice.
super nice. It would
Yeah.
be super
That's the
nice.
2024 VWAP.
Yeah, it is. What was I gonna find? Oh yeah, just volume because I'm pretty sure we are. Oh, it's in purple. Lovely.
You know what? A man can try to change his colors, but the colors always have a way of finding him.
They do. Yeah, they do. Every
You
time.
can't fight who you are,
I
and
know.
that blue and purple is you.
Yeah, it is.
I
There
like that
it
value
is.
area low as well.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Value area low of the range, more locally, point of control right here in this green box. Okay. This right here needs to be our higher low, right? Anywhere, and it could be as low as 59K, but it's gotta be higher than that, right? Uptrend. Boom, 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 boom. That's all we need. Okay. I just don't want to see us down in there. Okay. I wouldn't want to see like a fourth test of 54K. That's not what I'd want to see. But yeah. I mean that's kind of the basics of where we're at. Like we are at a good level. We're at a good level, guys, and I'm pretty sure if I draw this
Tucker,
to,
would you bet your entire net worth that level holds?
damn, that's not it. That 59K holds.
That we put in a higher low, wherever that is.
Yeah, I mean, I basically am, I guess. So
That was
yeah,
the answer I was looking for.
yeah.
The
I
answer
mean, I
was,
pretty
brother, I'm
much
already
am.
betting that.
I am already betting that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because if we can't put in a higher low, the only bullish outcome if we can't hold that, right, is like this for
That would
like
suck so much,
for
bro.
like a while. Yeah, for
That would
like
suck.
for a long time, guys. So we don't want that. We don't want that. But
Dude, frickin' Edmund Dodo is back, man. Wreaking havoc again.
is he back and bearish?
Edmund Dodo is
These
back.
guys are still too bullish. Send it lower. We aren't the fade that you think we are, Edmundo. Is that his name? Edmundodo. Sorry. Edmundo.
Edmundodo.
Edmundodo. Get it right. It's Edmundodo. Oh, man.
Oh, man. Edmundodo. Edmundodo.
Oh, my
Edmundodo.
God.
No one will
Oh,
ever know.
no. See, that's 2020. That's 2020 right there, guys. That didn't happen. It didn't happen. Maybe you could argue. Hang on. Let me try to cope with this real quick. Maybe.
Bro, someone just asked me to chart Bitcoin USDT against USDT.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's just Bitcoin.
Yeah, I am too.
Because it's just Bitcoin valued in the dollar, valued in the dollar. I'm pretty sure that's just Bitcoin.
Hang on here, boys. Hang on here. Yeah.
Study.
if we're gonna do last year's, which it seems like we might be doing, just given let's go down a little bit lower. Go down a little bit lower because we're gonna run this quick. It's not gonna take a few months to do this. Mm, You know, that would be 2020. No, 2023. Okay, that would be 2023, and this would be 2020. Okay, pretty much.
It's over.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's over. We're so cooked. I'm gonna put this back how I had it though.
Bitcoin USDT divided by USDT. I don't know if you meant that as a joke,
That's alpha.
but it was really funny to me because I had to think about it. I was like, wait, is that some pair that I haven't seen before? I am sad, man. Someone said Max sounds sad. I am sad. I'm literally sad. Like, this is bullshit, you know?
Yeah, what are you
This is
talking
a
about? Are
market
you
that I
not? Are you
genuinely
not
love.
sad? Like,
I
yeah.
love and I care about this market, and these fucking Euro scalpers just love to short every retest of supply, and, there's nothing I can do about it, man. I'm not a market maker. I want everybody to win. I want everybody to do well. I want the seasonality to come into effect, and it's sad to see, people just literally pissed off and sad and in despair, and I want to just be bullish with my boys, that's it. Like, I just want to be bullish with my boys, and seems like that's too much to ask for, because we're 3 days into October and we will never go above. ETH will never be above 2,400 again, and Bitcoin will never be above 62K ever again, and that's the sad reality. So, yep. Yep. And I'm sad I didn't buy as much Andy as I could have. I should have bought more Andy. I only bought like 2 billion Andy at the lows. It's only up like over 2x now. I should have been more aggressive. I'm sad about that. You know, I only bought, 100 grand of Wolf at 18 million. I should have bought more. I didn't do what I needed to do. Oh, Edmund Dudo is back in the comments. I will
He'll
tell
tell
you
you.
when to be
Yeah.
bullish.
He'll let you know, Max. He'll let you know.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
Okay. Yeah, I'm increasingly in the camp that where's October? Yeah, I'm increasingly in the camp that ETH is more here than we are in 2020. Same with Bitcoin. Same with Bitcoin. Okay, first of all, everyone in the comment section, did you think that they would make this easy? Did you think that they would just let you long from 55K for a range breakout with no dips? Like, let's be real. Okay, let's be real. We rode 55K up to 67 basically with like pretty much no dips for 3 weeks. Okay.
I mean, our
And that,
portfolios are only up like 250% from that point, from the stuff we're in.
and we are now down 8%. And guess what? Our meme coins are still up gorillions. Okay? Gorillions. So there will be no cope from us.
My portfolio is only up like 130% from that low, Tucker.
Yeah,
You know,
same. Yeah.
it's not even about that though, man. It's like we talked about this scenario of all you need to do is maintain market structure. And I remember you said this, Tucker. You said this. It might have been on one of our Discord calls. I can't remember. So if you're in the Discord, you probably heard it. But it was on the others chart. It was on the others chart because it's the others SPX fractal that we've been talking about. And Tucker was like, if we do that throwback, that is not going to be fun for your altcoins. Like, that will not be fun for your altcoins, but it doesn't really matter. And you said, you're like, I'm not going to like sell up here to buy back on that drop. It'll be quick, And lo and behold, who could have foreseen you should be sent to prison for that, for making that happen, for speaking that into existence. But it's playing out, right? Kind of like how you thought it would. All we did
It
was we
is.
shifted market structure. We're having an aggressive throwback, and it's 3 days into October. I think it's far too early to say that Q4 seasonality is dead when we're having an aggressive throwback into a potential higher low. I think it's
Yeah.
way too early.
Yeah, you guys, I did say that, and I remember I was like, "Oh, yeah, like, I'm not gonna sell the buyback here." It's like, right now, I'm like, "Well, shit, I maybe should have sold the buyback." But no, no, still not worth it. Still not worth it, even now. Of course, you say that at the bottom, right? But you here's the thing about others, okay? I decided not to sell here to buy back here, okay? That was my choice. I could have done it. I saw it. We talked about it. Chose not to do it. Okay. Chose to hold bags and shove instead.
As a
Because
patriot.
why would I do that when that is what comes next? Okay. I mean, this couldn't be more clear. It couldn't be more similar. You got your downtrend line, you got your little inverse head and shoulders thing, you got your breakout, throwback. I mean, this is literally going to happen. And you are much, much closer. Like, I think this is honestly better signal than Bitcoin even. Like, I don't think they're just gonna rug Bitcoin. I think you can pretty confidently bid this trend line. And I'm just gonna go ahead and
Hang on, which index already hit that trend line? Was it total or was it one of them already hit it?
total 3.
So total 3 is at that kind of because the SPX fractal did the little deviation,
Yeah, total
kind
3.
of dipped under for a second.
Total 3 is like, so this is really the low that we need to care about is this
Yeah, it's
one,
just right there. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because that's the one that the S&P came into. So,
Luca, quit your waffling, bro. You need to study how to fractal.
oh man, Luca,
Crazy, man.
not gonna make it. I
Someone
just
commented, so I compared Bitcoin to ETH just on a fractal this morning, and someone commented back, and they're like, "I don't understand why you would compare price action for Bitcoin to ETH when they're totally different from one another." I was just like, "Man, we need to make like a why and how fractals play. Doesn't matter about like the utility of what you're trading. There's certain fractals and patterns that play out because of human psychology. Um, whether it's soybeans or whether it's mega cap tech, it doesn't matter."
mm, I could see the case, you know. I could see the case for that. That's pretty deep though. Well, let's change the time frame.
You just need to maintain your market structure. That's literally it. That's it.
Let's zoom in a little bit. So there's that. Yeah. Wow, this is actually crazy how similar it is. Yeah, see, look, this right here, I agree now. This is this. You see that? And this is your low that
So
you
it
should
might
be.
it might be over then, Tucker.
Well, here's the thing though, 100x GK, is that the trend line, right? The trend line. Maybe it's just more vicious and brutal in crypto, and we're just gonna like be savage and just, do one of those, which I could see happening, but that perfectly aligned with the S&P retest of the trend line. So you gotta, I mean, we're already below it, I guess. So, maybe throw that out the window. But yeah, I agree. This is the low that needs to hold for market structure, right? For market structure, you got boom, boom, you know, it would be like there, basically. First of all, you got your little inverse head and shoulders going on, but um, yeah, it would be right there for total. And okay, so here's what I'm saying. It would be right here for total, right? A break and retest of the low. And for others, it would just be a retest of the trend line. it would just be a retest of the trend line, I think. Yeah, because others is actually holding up better than Total 3, in my opinion. I do have an alert on this trend line, of course. It's just not gonna be identical. Here's the thing, it's just a bid, so it's about as simple as you need to make it. You just bid somewhere in here. That's all you need to know. Whether it's 185 billion, 200 billion, 175 billion, who cares? Okay, because that's what happens afterward, right? I mean, off the low, the S&P did 60%. Can you imagine what this thing's gonna do? What others is gonna do? Let's just see if we can do a quick little extrapolation. That went up 57, and this went up 19. So basically 3 times as much. So 60% times 3 is 180% off of where? Where did I take that from? The low? Did I take it from here? We'll call it. It's probably gonna go up more than that, but where's 180? Okay, I would just like to point this out. Total, what is this? No, it's others, goes to 520 billion. You're not going to care if you bought at 175 or 185 or 200 billion. Okay. Also, one other thing if you were in the right altcoins, this 40% move on others printed you 3, 4, 5x's in 2 weeks. Right. So, can you imagine what happens when this thing goes up 180%? Gorillions. That's what. Simple.
Comment section is
This
just
is I know. This is a fair point. This is a fair point. The fact that I'm in an aloe sweatshirt instead of a floral button down.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's getting cold here, man. It's getting cold. Maybe I should put it on just to mark the bottom though.
So, all right. Let's first of all, that was great, Tucker. Let's talk about this. Okay.
Why can't we dip to mid 40K and it be a healthy correction?
Someone
Wow.
said Max smile a little. I don't want to smile. I want to sit here and frown. My happiness is directly tied to the price of digital assets, as should yours. It's my entire identity when I'm at work. Number go up, big smile. Number go down, frown. It's very healthy. Trust me.
Very healthy.
Very healthy.
Yeah.
Guys, I feel nothing. That's the thing too. I'm just kind of like well, here we are. You don't here's the thing. I genuinely feel nothing. If I didn't do this for work every single day, and by the way, I love doing this for work every single day. I get to hang out with my boys and talk about digital assets. It's unreal. It's super fun. And the BB community is unreal. Like I love those guys. I love hanging out in there. But on days like today, I would probably just go like hang out with a friend or like go to the driving range or something. But the amount of information that because of our brand and our business, the amount of information overload on days like today, on weeks like this week, that we have to see, right? There is no unplugging. There is no like getting away from it. It's just like, oh yeah, here's the chart. And then it's just like emotional vomit from like a bajillion people, right? I tweet something, emotional vomit. We're on the show, emotional vomit. It's so I'm just kind of here. I'm like, oh, I'm happy. Like, I'm great. I'm just kind of like, let's just get through this shit. Cause I hate kind of having to do the babysitting thing, or like it's gonna be okay. We're all good. No one's gonna die, you know. But that's all this is. It's all happiness. It's just kind of like, well, we just need to bounce. We just need to bounce out of this. Structure needs to hold. But let's talk about that Bitcoin comment, man, because I see that a lot, and I think it's worth talking about. Like, why can't Bitcoin go to 45 and that be a healthy correction?
You asking me?
I'd say let's pull up Bitcoin and look at it.
Let's pull up Bitcoin.
Why can't Bitcoin go to 45K and that be a healthy correction?
Well, I'm glad that you asked.
Thank you.
Well, okay, 45. Oh my God. Yeah, no, that can't happen for a few reasons. Okay, for a few reasons, right? I mean, you could draw this range. Let's even go higher time frame than this. First of all, just on principle, you can't pump range for 6 months and then break down. It can't happen or else you're cooked. So I'm just gonna put that out there. But if you want to draw your range like that, you know, you can't do this. Because then guys, then it would be like this. Then it would be a short when you came back up here. Somebody's gonna clip this and put it on Twitter immediately. I know it.
I think I might do it, honestly.
Do it.
Yeah. He's bearish. He's
He's
cheating
bearish.
everything. Get him.
Get out. Get out.
Get him.
Yeah. So, okay, yeah, for a few reasons. You can't break down, lose the range because if you come back up, that's a short, in my opinion. Volume, right? Volume. You absolutely. Oh, I switched the colors. Nice. That's really your volume range, right? Here, I'll get rid of these. Okay. Really, the levels you've been holding on Bitcoin, well, you don't want to lose the volume range, of course. You can, right? Because you've been bouncing out of basically this region. Okay. These highs up to here. And if you lose, range lows 50 to 55K, you're just beyond cooked. You're in a downtrend at that point. You're in a downtrend. You can't happen. It's not a healthy correction.
Yeah,
This is a healthy correction. This is a time-based correction. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I was gonna hang on. Okay, so I was just gonna Tommy the screen real quick and show you this. So let's look at it this way. So this right here is kind of a downtrend that could potentially be sent up into an uptrend, right? You could look at this as like a bull flag. Will has talked about this before, where they send it up to send it lower, right? And right now, they're sending it lower ultimately to send it higher, okay? The problem is if you get a failed bullish pattern here, like you can't, in my opinion, print a bullish pattern, which in my opinion, this is still a bullish pattern. You can't come down here to like mid 40s. That's just a failed pattern at that point. And there's so much to be backfilled where like if we entered some bear market from right here, right? Like if we entered a bear market, I don't really see much stopping you from going and retesting like this giant base. Honestly, like if you're gonna lose these lows, let's just even say like right here. Okay, this is like your pretty clear, in my view, range low. Like you've been ranging up here for 7 months. If you break this down to mid 40s, so like let's say 45, you're most likely gonna just do this. Okay, like you can't lose that level. You've been here for too long. When you break value after 7 months, it's not small. So let me draw a volume profile. So for this entire year, let's just draw a 2024 yearly volume profile. I'll remove the point of control because we don't really need it right now. Okay. So what this is showing, these two green lines right up here, and I'll shade them in with a box. this right here is your 2024 value area. That means that like 70% of all of your transacting for this entire year, this starts January 1st, 70% of all of your transacting has occurred between 56.6 and 71.1 for the entire year. So if you lose your value area, and it's not a quick little deviation like we had here, we had 1, 2, 3, and within a couple days for all of them, we were back up. If you lose this level, I don't see why you don't go on to make a new yearly low, right? Because this is your yearly open right here. Put this in blue, purple, whatever. I don't see why you don't at least take out that yearly low, you know, and then you have a 7-month break of value. When you break value after 7 months of ranging, you need to move up aggressively. Prime example would be like, I mean, right here. Okay. Here is a prime example of what I'm talking about. When you range right here, and I'll shade this out. When you range for this long, and right here, we basically were stuck in this range for 200 and some days, 220 days, something like that, okay? 200 and some days of ranging, and you were within this value region as well. When you break 200 days of ranging of value, you get a huge move. You can see that all across the board. Like, there's so many instances of that. We could even do up here as well. We could look at something like this. You know, when you range and you have price doing this for so long, how long were we up in this value? This wasn't even as long. I mean, this is like 100 days, 3 to 4 months, depending on where you want to measure it from. When you get a break of value, these huge breaks of value, they're not little moves that happen after. You get these huge breaks. We could extend this one too. This should probably go over here. Yeah. You get huge expansions when you break value from a range, right? Like really break value, not like a little bit, okay? I can do these all over the chart. About right here. Prime example. There's so many of these long consolidations, and when you finally break them, definitively, you get a huge move. So when I look at where we're at right now, I go, this is another one of those. This is just still addressing that question of, you know, why can't we go down to the, you know, mid 40s and that be a healthy correction? Because at that point, you've broken 7 months of value. We've been here. I mean, here, I can even tighten this up just to the current range, right? Because this is 2024. Let's just go to like right here. So you had some deviations. You can deviate below your value, but you need to get back within it. When you're here for this long, and right now it's been 230 days, similar to over here, right? It depends how you want to measure it, right? You could tighten it up a little bit, whatever. You can't lose this value and be okay. Unless it's like a black swan and you literally just do like, boom, you know, and within like a week you're back up, okay? But you can't really plan for that stuff. So addressing the question, like, why can't you go down to mid 40s? That's why. Like, when you break value, and here, let's look at like last bull market even, right? So this was after the Bitcoin halving right here. We were here for a long time.
Hey guys,
Oh, Chef.
back from
Jeff is here.
yeah, I was speeding up to be home as soon as possible. from the doctor.
Did they cut your leg off?
Amputated.
Such a shame.
Had to be done.
I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I was addressing a question, Jack, because someone said, why can't we go down to like mid 40s and everything be okay and that's a healthy correction? I said, because when you have a 7-month break of value, you get a huge expansion out of it, whether it's up or I guess down, right? So
Yeah.
we can do these little deviations, but if you really break down and you go to 45, you've broken value. You're not going to stop here. You're going to go down here.
You're cooked.
You're cooked. You need to hold these levels, right? You need to hold these levels. So I guess hypothetically, right, I would potentially be okay with like, something like this. That could be okay, right? Another little scary drop like that. But ultimately, this needs to break to the upside. Because if not, you've lost value. And then you have to wait for a new range to form.
What does it look like compared to 2023 right there, Max? Like, draw the trend line on the lows. Yeah.
Actually,
like that. Can you imagine that? That would be not okay for me.
I'd be sweating. I'm not gonna lie.
I'd be sweating if we did that, but that is what we did last year.
Yeah.
I don't think the trend line here matters much. The little one, like we can break it, but what you said there before is my take as well. Like lots of people who think like, oh, we will go to 40K. It's not a big deal. No, it's a big deal because if this is going to be mid-October, this is the longest range we had in the history of Bitcoin. Longest one. It's never been longest, right? And if it happens after the price went up, then you have the longest range, and then you break down. It's no longer a range; it's a distribution. So we cannot be breaking it down. Like there is lots of people like, oh, please give me lower prices. I'll buy down there. No, if you get to buy down there, you'll get to buy way lower than that, and that's what lots of people are missing. So, other macro assets, commodities, stocks holding up really well. So I rather tend to think this is more of a, crypto related fuckery within the range.
I mean, look at silver breaking out of this range, right? I know
Yeah.
someone asked me about this, Jackus, yesterday, and I was like, you need to just ask Jackus. I don't watch silver. But I guess my hope would be that, silver's breaking this value to the upside right now. I mean, I guess my hope would be that Bitcoin is like right here, gonna do something like this. Because silver had this little break of market structure right here as well. That little shift.
That was so clean from silver. Like it's really, really clean there.
Yeah.
But what I learned over the years is that one asset can deviate a little for a while, and then it catches up on these others. So I'm still pretty guys. I'm still pretty positive that as long can you actually put on Max? Can you put on silver? Solana next to Bitcoin on the weekly, rather.
Yeah, let's put it down below so that it's lined up nicely.
And I think I actually think that Solana is giving way better picture here, because if you draw a single line there, I'm not sure if you saw that chart from me in my channel this morning, Max, but I was giving like Solana, right, update there. And if you draw a line from that, I suppose it's December 2023 high.
Right here.
Yeah. So if you just draw a line, right? So we've been since then ranging. It's not that much different from BTC. But just to give you guys an idea, right? if like Solana loses this level on the weekly, right? This has become a distribution, and Solana would just start going way lower. And the same would happen for Bitcoin. Like they are not much different. This is either a big reaccumulation or big distribution, and the answer lies on the weekly there. I still tend to think, and obviously I'm being hopeful because we are in crypto for a reason. So I hope it's going to be a reaccumulation. But at the end of the day, I have to respect the chart and what it gives me.
I agree. This is it really blows my mind how long we've been ranging here on all this stuff.
The longest in history, Max. There has never been longer range in history of crypto.
I think you're right. I don't know. I mean, the only thing I would counter with is like if you wanted to somehow consider this a range.
No, those are two ranges.
I agree. This is range and then this is range. I agree. You know, but it's wild how long we've been here for. I mean, Solana literally has to be doing this. There's no other option for Solana. Like you have to, you need to be doing this. It's kind of similar actually. Like that, it's kind of small.
Yeah.
But you know, we could put it in logs so you could see it. It has to be doing something like this. Has to.
Has to. Or like the people who are like, oh, I'll buy these lows. No, man. You'll be buying the breakdown. Like that's not where you want to buy, right?
No, you'll be buying down here at $50 if it breaks down. I'm serious.
Basically. But like, listen, I'm still very positive, right? Just like what I was saying to BNB back when we were at the $200 range, right? Like, do not panic until we lose it. We are holding it. I've seen this before. They can tap it multiple times, right? Ether, October 2023, the same thing. 3 times we tapped it there. It really looked like it's breaking down. And Max, you remember, right? How we discussed Ether back then. It looked like it's breaking down. And it held it. And I think you often say like, hey, Jekis was saying we literally have to hold here or it's over. And then we held it, right? So those are the levels and we have to hold them. But until they are given up, we expect them to hold.
I remember this very vividly because we were it was after market check. We were on a stream. And I remember you said this, Jackus. You're like, I'm watching my favorite asset die. But you were like, we were right here. And I was short ETH with size, and I was like, we are gonna break down. We're gonna go so much lower. This is gonna be epic. And it just came back from the dead. Right? And I just can't help but think they save it here, or you get a sweep like you did last October for ETH, and then they save it. But I remember that very vividly. And then when we didn't break down here and we got back above this region, I just flipped full port long. I was like, I still have the text with Tucker. I could go back through our text, and I was like texting Tucker late at night. I said, Tucker, I think Jackus was right, bro. I think we need to just flip long immediately.
And we full ported. Yeah, last October.
Both of us net worth long everything we had right when you fail to break down a very obvious setup and it's immediately invalidated, the reflexive snapback is so aggressive. You know, it happens so quickly.
Yeah, that's true. It happens quickly. And the good news for lots of people is that you do not have to get the perfect answer to make lots of money. Like if you zoom out a little bit on that Ether chart, right? It went all the way from down there. It went all the way to 4K. So that was still so much upside. You do not need to be perfect on these exactly. So I tend to think that this range is going to be similar, right? And whether you buy Like I was, let's say, lucky to buy, that August low there. But whether you buy even like 2,500, 2,600, I think it will not matter much in the grand scheme of things. Another thing, obviously, unless we like truly have a crypto dying and everything goes to zero, and at that point, I suppose it was fun knowing you. But unless that
Been a
happens,
pleasure.
then wait, what I was gonna say? What I was gonna say? Oh yeah, that it's very interesting that both of these happened or are happening in October, right? So like back then, it was literally beginning of October, right? And we have the October seasonality, which is very good. And back then, it was breaking down as well. The first week or so, then it reversed, and we ended up with a freaking engulfing, hammer monthly candle to the upside, and we rallied ever since. So, but locally though, I think we go for the low, because we lost the key yesterday. We lost the key supports on the daily time frame, not on the weekly, not on the monthly, on the daily locally. So those would have to get flipped again. We lost the mid range here on Ether on the daily too. So I think people just have to accept and stay solvent till the upside in crypto really comes. It's frustrating for all of people.
Yeah. So I'm just responding to AZTV. He thinks we're holding ETH. That's funny. That's rich. No, but
Yeah.
Dorito said a little bit earlier.
Actually, just to mention that, right? Like, actually, most people are not holding ETH or Bitcoin, and that's just the reality, right? Like, most people are not holding Bitcoin, not Ether, and you chart them because they are like index telling you where the risk is going to go.
Jackus, what do you think about this? Okay, because Dorito is like, you should pull up RRP and Bitcoin, and then I flipped the Bitcoin chart, obviously, and it's not identical or whatever, but I mean,
Well,
you
RP.
want this to go low.
Well, you
Right.
wanted to see it. You want to see it drained, right? To
Yeah,
zero.
yeah, and it will be. It'll get drained down to here, right? You got a good bit to go, minus 100%. You got a good bit to go on RRP. Basically, what I think after looking at this is, this drop has kind of been stalling for a little bit. And it's exactly, look at this. Like, this is exactly when did it start stalling? Like right here. RRP stalled out. Whenever this makes its next leg lower is when this does that. Okay, that's as simple as I can make it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't bet on it like 1-to-1, right? Like, you want to see
No.
RRP draining is liquidity into the markets, which is positive, but you do not know which markets it goes to, right? And many times what people forget is that like liquidity goes first to SPX and then it starts to rotate to other stuff, right? Like you usually go from high caps to mid caps to low caps. And it's just not finding the way into crypto right now, which doesn't mean it will not find it into the future. But like there is also that world liquidity index everyone was talking about like 2 years ago. Let me actually quickly find it, right? And I remember it was like even Arthur Hayes, and I think he has lots of great takes and so forth. But I kept the index. Nobody talks about it nowadays because it basically stopped working. But wait, let me quickly. All right, here it is, right? So I'm gonna quickly share the chart. So I do not know if you remember this one, right? Do you, Tucker?
Let me see. Kind of. I have somewhat of a different formula. I use the
like
the,
there is a
the
few of
one
them.
down here. Go back to your watch list. The US. Go back to your watch list real quick. Like the second from the bottom. I think.
This one?
Well, yeah, maybe that one. That one might work too, but
well, anyways, like this is the one that everyone really was talking about, and everyone was like, listen, we are just trading the world liquidity, right? So basically when this starts to go up, that means markets up too, and that's like partially true. But if you just wait for that, right, you would entirely miss this rally in 2017. And look what's happened here, right? Like it's been going sideways, and risk assets have been going up since 2022, whether it's like SPX, Bitcoin, or so forth, right? So as you can see, you do not actually. So like what I'm trying to say is that obviously when you have this huge injection right into the markets, obviously it's a liquidity driven upside, right? Rather than effectivity growth, or like the companies bringing new value, right? It's not like the dot-com adoption. It's not like AI or something, right? That's what we are getting now. This rally from post-COVID, that was just credit being created. So obviously that helps, but you do not need new liquidity for the markets to go up, basically, right? It's sometimes as simple as economics 101. And whenever demand exceeds supply, the asset will go up. It's as simple as that. That's why you, by the way, see stuff like silver and gold rally so much, right? Like there's been the guys who's been proponent of the fact that if you were to overlay the US 10-year yield onto gold chart and invert it, right? So every time the 10-year yield would go down, let me actually put on every time, and it was working, right, to some degree, when gold was basically trading like just another asset. So you would basically have inverted 10-year yield whenever it was going down, right? Because it's inverted. So whenever it was going down, you would have gold go up and vice versa. But the thing is that this has changed now, and lots of people were like, "Oh, 10-year yield keeps going down. That means up. That means that gold has to go down." But instead, gold is just rallying. And I was saying this because you have central bankers around the world accumulating it like crazy. There are kilometer long or mile long, whatever metric you use, long QEs in China where people are trying to buy it. Obviously, nobody's going to tell you this in mainstream media, but that's the reality. So when you have demand exceeding supply, doesn't really matter about overbought, right? Like if you were to put in RSI, I haven't checked it, but I'll bet you that it's like overbought after overbought, right? Yeah. So like, right, you break out, it gets overbought, and everyone's like, oh no, it has to go down, and then it just keeps going up, and it's just overbought after overbought, and it doesn't matter. You need to, which doesn't mean RSI is useless. It just means it's useless at certain times where you need to apply context, right? Using RSI in a trading market that breaks out of a 12-year long cup and handle formation is not a good one to look too short, basically. So going all the way back to the RRP, right? Obviously, if this one gets drained to zero and it finds its way to the markets, obviously, additional 400 billion of liquidity is going to help it grow further. But you do not need that. right? You do not need it, but it surely does help.
Yeah, not required, but it would be it would be helpful. It would be nice.
Yeah.
No, I think on gold and silver, Bitcoin's like a month behind. I don't know if that is completely time-wise accurate, but it seems maybe not a
Listen,
month. What is that chart? Weeks? Yeah, maybe a month.
it's basically as simple as this, right? Like sometimes you simply get BTC that's leading. Sometimes you get silver that's leading, right? Like here, silver was leading BTC with the breakout, and it was lagging, right? But more or less, anyone can see this basically. So silver rallying higher is basically telling you that the conditions are very good for commodities, and Bitcoin as a digital commodity to rally further up. And so I just view this as a local manipulations, similar to what FTX was, right? Like if you look at this area, both were bottoming here in this region. Then you have FTX that cripples the crypto market, but then it catches up about like 2 months later or something, and then it rallies a lot, and then silver is the one lagging, going sideways, right? Bitcoin is catching up, then both break. And
Jackus, what do you think about this comment? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but this is probably something you could very easily address.
silver and gold breaking out is the opposite of risk breaking out, so probably not a good sign. So that's like the normie way of thinking. But and I get you, but again, things have to be put in into context. So you were probably not here, but this is like the same way that what I was discussing with gold and the inverted 10-year yield chart, which everyone was using from the TradeFi market. And if you invert this, it was basically like if the 10-year yield is going down because it is inverted, right? That means that gold is rallying and vice versa. But then it broke down. Then it kept being down or up, in this case. And gold was still rallying higher, and people were like, no, gold has to come back down because the 10-year yield is still high, so it doesn't make sense. But it was diverging because there is just enough demand for it. And gold, silver, and Bitcoin are all commodities. That's like given, right? And obviously, gold rallying higher is to some degree like what you could say, not a good sign for risk on. But at the same time, these let me get this. Oh, sorry, not this one. Sorry. These correlations usually take lots of time to play out, and one simply cannot deny what BTC is becoming here. It's also becoming, I do not even think that like silver is being viewed as risk on, really, right? Like I think that's a thing of the past. Silver is basically a precious metal, but also a industrial metal nowadays, and its demand is mainly growing due to AI and the demand for semiconductors. You also need silver to for you need it in lots of cars, especially EV cars, which demand will also be growing as we go into the future. So in that regard, I rather see silver not too much as a like money nowadays, as they viewed it like I don't know 60 years ago, but rather as a critical commodity, right? And the thing with commodities is that you can use them for various of stuff, which you can do so for BTC too, right? Like you can obviously use it as a currency, you can use it as a store of value, but some people also can use it to like store, I don't know, certain messages on the ledger or so, right? Who am I to tell them what they want to use it for? But at the end of the day, the main thing is when I look at these two is that I know that the market, and the market really is like telling you the truth, is that it's treating both as commodities and they are both correlated. And that's what matters to me, right? And it's not by coincidence that both of these are reaccumulating, at its prior 2021 cycle highs. And as I said, you can have a few weeks where one asset is diverging due to its own factors, but then essentially it catches up, right? So here it was BTC rallying due to ETFs, the anticipation of them, and the release of them, right? So this is these two legs. First is anticipation of the release of ETFs. Second is the actual release of ETFs. And then silver in that time period was just ranging, and then it catches up too. So in that regard, I'm pretty confident that we simply see both of these commodities to rally further higher, and silver is leading this time. And when it comes to BTC, I think this is just a local shenanigans. But obviously, maybe we are wrong on all of this, and maybe like crypto suddenly dies if you believe that, right? So this is the like you cannot be getting like some people think that you can be getting this, but you really can't, because this becomes the distribution of the past 7 months. So it's a different story. Anyways, not to waffle too long.
There is no denying the correlation, though. That's the thing. Is sometimes Bitcoin or silver will lead the other one, but structurally, for the past almost half a decade, there has been a very notable correlation between these two. Dude, I'm telling you, you guys in the comments, just because it's analysis that you don't understand doesn't mean that there's not a tremendous amount of alpha in it. I promise you that. Do not fade this analysis between precious metals, gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Do not fade it. So just because you don't understand it doesn't mean that it's not useful or valid. I promise you that it is. So you should be studying this.
Wait, Max, wait. Please, guys, fade it. Please fade it.
Don't fade it. Don't listen to him.
I mean,
don't believe his lies. Don't fade it.
Fade it. Guys, please do. I mean, the people that have been here long enough, right? They know these cook sessions, they enjoy them, and they've been able to see these mainly. That's the thing, right? They've been able to see these live when I was first mentioning them around March 2022, where I was saying that silver will drop from here and it will come back to test the levels below it. And I was anticipating that Bitcoin, due to that, will come to 20K and bottom around there. And it was working. So people saw this live, those who are here for a long time. But if people find it that it's bullshit and not working, then please go help yourself and fade it.
Don't fade it. Don't believe his lies. You need to look at this, guys, because here's the thing: is Bitcoin. I believe personally that Bitcoin has a little bit of an identity crisis, right? Is Is it a digital commodity? Is it a store of value? Is it a currency that's going to replace the dollar? Is it good for risk on, for risk off? I don't think anybody truly knows quite yet because it's so early in Bitcoin's history. But because of the analysis that Jackus has shown me and has used to help guide not just me, but the Because Bitcoin community, including you guys here, over the past year and a half or so, I have videos on this YouTube channel before Jackus joined BB. We just did a YouTube collaboration. Yes, right here. Okay.
Mhm.
I have videos. If you go back to like 2023, talking about silver and how silver was acting in a predictive fashion for what Bitcoin was going to do next. It's all documented on YouTube. Go back and find the first collaboration I ever did with Jackus before he joined BB. All of this is documented. It works, right? It works. I'm just telling you, it works. It has worked, and it's most likely going to continue to work. Okay.
Do you know what's interesting is that back then, and obviously this was just like a squiggly, right? But given how long I've been in the markets, these squigglies usually come from like knowing how the market kind of works. And obviously, these range. Obviously, I just like drew the levels where I think it goes, right? But notice this one, right? This little one
Yeah.
on both. And
Wow.
Where
I
we
was
are
sort
right
of
now.
I was sort of anticipating that we break above these, then we should do like a little pullback there. And then if you look at both of these, right, they broke above these highs, and they are doing that pullback, right? If you look at BTC right now, it's the same, right? Obviously, it took like this one took more time. It was more about the levels.
It works, guys.
Anyways,
it's hard to imagine that this 7-month consolidation at the previous cycle all-time highs doesn't resolve with a break up, honestly. And by the way, I was talking about this, I think, before you came on the show, Jackus. The fact that we dumped right off of the October monthly open
yeah.
is something that, for one, we've seen before. And two, a lot of people seem to think that the October highs are in, and that we won't get back above those October highs. They're just they've thrown in the towel 3 days into October. We dump right off the open, which again we've done before. Specifically 2020 it happened, 2023 it happened. We dumped right off the opens, and then you reverse it and we're so back.
What I find absolutely crazy is this, right? Like you get opening of the months and you get August drop, right? So it comes August 2024. Well, this one came in August too, right? Then you get a bounce. You get some retest of the levels, and then you get what? September complacency shoulder. Where does it come? September, mid of September, right? So these came mid months, these came early in the months, kind of, and then you get like a bounce here. You are thinking, all right, this is it, right? We are, we've broken above, and then it breaks below and comes back all the way down here. And if you remember, Max, I was actually showing you, I think it was different chart, but it was lining up pretty well to this point, right?
I
And
remember that, and it had the bear trap. Yeah, that was the fake breakdown, right?
It was
Right
something
there.
like this,
Yes,
yeah.
I remember that. Yes.
And this looked like it's breaking down and it's completely over. And we swept the range lows and then just continued to rally, right? Like this. And these are not coincidences, in my opinion. So anyways, to looking back, right? So it comes mid-October. And then the thing is, you start you start in October right here, right? You get the October. We even get the pump the first day of October. And then you get this dump, and it's like, oh, October, more like Rectober, right? But
Yeah.
look, it's been half of the month still, and then you get the pump, and it reverses again, and everyone's like, haha, it's over. So
draw the trend line from those two lows, Jackus, right there, like in early September. No. Yeah, this year. No. Well, like the September low up to that little higher low. You know what I'm saying?
these two, September.
No. It both happened in September. Yeah. See that, and then draw, like, see, fake breakdown right there.
Yeah.
There you go. Like that. Exactly.
October. It's October.
October.
You think we sweep that at 2100?
I do tend to think so right now, because like there are still rules for the charts, right? And we lost this key support, right? That one was key to hold. I think the chart was very bullish up to this point, but we were supposed to hold here and then send straight away, or just get sent straight away from here. And we've seen that in the past, all right? We have seen that. I think that this is a good look, right? Like here we also had these 3 drives. We then bounced higher and kept grinding higher, right? This was a good example. So there is really like there is no need to come back all the way down here and sweep these lows. But right now, given that we've broken below, I think we will. At least at minimum, we should be coming down here. But I think the higher time frame structure remains intact. And obviously I'm using like Bitfinex chart, so this week will be slightly different on each exchange. Most exchanges have it like something like here. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. So I think that but we do need to hold this range though, right? Like we cannot be breaking below it. That would not be good. That would be actually pretty bad in that case.
You can't,
but
because then you enter your bear market reaccumulation again. That giant range high.
Yeah.
You can't go down there. It's impossible.
Yeah, it's basically like here, right? Like once you break below it, and obviously, context was slightly different here, but like once you break below it, you can't. So I rather tend to think that this is maybe like the breakdown, right? Like the one that we had, where was it? Right here before. Maybe you like have like this little, oh no, it's over. And then you sweep the low. Yeah. Essentially, it's you're ranging here.
And look at that bottoming range, Jackus, in November of 2022. It's on your chart in the bottom left. No, yeah, right there. So like I view that range as similar to where we're at too, where we actually didn't take out the equal lows right there.
True.
So we had a pretty deep aggressive fallback right before we moved up.
True that. Although I would say that here we at least did hold this one, right? Like but yeah, I see what you mean. But still, you would want to at least get some type of rotation here. So I think like with that in mind, we would really need to get like, I still say that this obviously it's scary for lots of people, but so it was buying down here, right? And I think in a few months people will look back and be like that these were fucking great entries that they should have held, just like down here, or like if you bought BTC at 20K basically. But it's hard once you are ranging here. But what I would need for this scenario to unfold is basically like we drop here, right? And then we kind of like range here a little, and then we get back above it. So maybe like that. So, but essentially all of this should be a great buy longer term, because I think people are too focused on this little range, but keep forgetting the higher time frame structure, which I do say that does remain to look absolutely amazing here, right? Like there is no way to go around this. Or maybe let me use this
I saw
one.
some a pretty well-known guy in the space calling for $1,100 ETH this morning, who will remain nameless.
What, and then go up after that?
Yeah.
What?
Clownery.
Yeah.
Clownery.
Yeah. $1,100. By the way, by the end of this year, and then up.
Yeah.
Obscene.
Yeah. Like if you call for these numbers, then you can just as well call for the death of it, right? You simply have to be holding here, this range, just the way it is. So I think that this is the big range. We are at the range lows. This is a good level. Historically, I think this is going to be great level. I think here we might be coming down to sweep these levels, but we should be holding them. And then you may be remembering, Max, one specific chart here.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Obviously, this one was more pleasant because it was way quicker, right? Like it didn't spend that much time down here, but not that much of a difference.
Wow.
Oh, the Amazon? Yeah. I remember I stole this chart from you, Jackus.
KOL.
Good steal.
No. You didn't steal it. It was actually yours.
Jackus, what do you make of stocks, US stocks here? I saw some concerns this morning. People were worried about US stocks. Very concerning, as you can see.
Very, very concerning.
It's
No,
very concerning.
It's a clear uptrend, clear bull market, and I suppose it's concerning, right? It's concerning. I'm just cherry picking right now, but the fact is that it can stay concerning for lots of time, for a long time, and you do not know. So you remain bullish as long as these levels are holding. So you can pull back here. It's totally possible, but like then you can range here. Maybe you can like do this, right?
And by the way, just a little fun fact. Last September, October, November was bearish for equities and bullish for Bitcoin. Fun fact.
That's true.
Yes.
You had God.
I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but
You had BTC front running that upside.
Yes.
No, You want to stay bullish as long as the market is, right? And historically speaking, 100% of the times when there have been rate cuts due to normalization, not due to recession, not due to panic, but normalization, and SPX was trading at or around all-time highs, it always resulted 100% of times, all right? And it was like, that's a long sample size, like going back to 40, 50 years. 100% of the times it resulted in the prices being higher in the next 6 to 12 months, and many times of like 10 to 13%. So obviously none of this have to matter, and anything can fail for the first time. And I always remind this to people, like, just because something has been working for so long, for this whole time, it doesn't mean that it cannot break for the first time. But at the same time, you don't want to be the guy and be like, no, this time it surely fails. You like want to be ready if by some miracle things break up. But until they do, you want to play the probabilities there. So yeah. Like, if you think about it, right? This was such a perfect retest. If you think about it, right? COVID. Sweep the low, run it back turbo.
What's the VIX doing right now? Is the VIX still compressing and selling off here? Because that's usually a pretty good signal for
No.
it's moving up.
Yeah.
No, that's a lower high.
No, I know it's a lower high, but it's not just bleeding out right now, is what I'm saying.
No, it's like, look at this one, right? So let's put these side by side, or actually one below each other. So right here, you also had a few days where it was hanging out there, and then it started to slowly go down.
Mhm.
And look what SPX did in the time, right? So you always like gonna get a spike, which will cause a pullback, and then you want to get the slow bleed. So you want to get the slow bleed here, and that would mean this. Or maybe you get like little maybe here, but I do not see much of a reason for higher spike than that. And I think from this area we should be slowly grinding lower, right? I think something
we're
like
getting
this.
a little DXY pop today, Jackass.
Yeah. That's something I was discussing, if you remember.
Study dead cat bounces.
Mm-hmm. No, it's cooked.
This
Whoa, Jackass. What is that blue line? Whoa. Easy.
Here's the thing. We've seen Bitcoin rally with periods of time when DXY has also popped aggressively. On the higher time frames, you won't even notice that pop. Like if you get like a year worth of, a bull market for Bitcoin, you can get a really big Bitcoin rally while DXY rallies short term. So that doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. Right there.
Yeah, and notice this, right? It came back below this low, and then it's bouncing now. So you should be seeing this. Anyways.
Yeah, we should see another pretty massive leg down on DXY in the coming weeks, honestly. Wow, that's actually pretty scary good timing. Wait, damn it. Put it on the wrong chart. Hang on.
What I just find crazy is, let me find some, whatever. Is how this October candle actually ended up, right? Like, Jesus. Like, this is actually how it was playing out during that October. But if you look in hindsight, it was really just this. And you could even draw the trend here like that.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, that is like...
That looked so bad right before it turned around. It looked horrible.
Yeah. You still do need this one, though.
Yeah.
Like that confirmation, right? Like this. So, but this monthly candle, look at it, right? Like this is October. This is actually how it ended up.
Yeah.
Look how beautiful it is. And then look at the current, how it looks 3 days into October. But look at this one, right? It's up just like this. This is the August sell-off. It doesn't have to, right? Like, yeah, maybe, you know, maybe we get like a breakdown and then it's truly over and you go negative. But until that, we are ranging. But locally, it's you know, the loss of this level is probably leading to sweep of this one at minimum.
Fun.
One more sweep, Max. Just one more sweep.
That little breath of Max, he's like, oh, dude, I can't
Max
anymore.
said, I'm tired, Grandpa.
It's too damn bad.
Too damn bad.
Yeah. I just want bears to get what they deserve, man.
They will. They will.
They will.
They're greedy, filthy, stinky creatures.
They are.
Yeah, this one it was.
Wow. We're almost there, boys.
I just want to be bullish with my boys. That's it. That's all I want.
You guys want to take it from here, Tucker?
Real quick, I just wanted to, yeah, that chart. Right, so we talked about the Dixie breakdown. I can put Bitcoin on here too real quick, but ignore. Okay, there we go. Just like the super local price action of DXY, right? I'll get rid of Bitcoin real quick. I think it looks a whole lot like this one. Okay, a whole lot like that one. And so I did a little fractaling, guys. I did a little fractaling. Right? Something like this. Okay, close enough. Close enough, right? Break down, get a little pop. I mean, I really, really think DXY is about to break down in the coming like weeks. And what time period that we've talked about before does this correspond to? Oh, what is that? April 2025. I'm telling you guys, there will be a local Bitcoin top in the spring of next year.
How can you top if you're at 8K?
8K. Oh man, I would never financially recover from 8K.
Nobody would, bro. Nobody would.
I wonder what would happen if I took this one too. I mean, pretty much the same time period. May. Sell in April and May and go away, guys. I mean, DXY is programmed to nuke. They're literally cutting rates. I mean, what are we talking about? I think just based on this, right? I think you get a big rally into December, and then it might be over until February, and then boom, huge rally.
By the way, everybody has seemed to have forgotten that we have a U.S. unemployment report tomorrow morning. Just as quick as it is so over, maybe a little 4.1 on the U.S. unemployment print can send us to we are so back.
Definitely could.
The only global recession to ever happen with the U.S. unemployment coming in consistently sub 4.5%. We will make history. The world's greatest recession where everybody still has a job. I can't wait.
Lovely.
I want to show you guys something. This
Show
is
us.
incredibly important. The BB terminal is out now. Plus the Discord. Guys, if you enjoyed today's show, consider checking out the links in the description below, guys. We've got a few different offerings right here. You can see a little sneak preview of the BB terminal. It's our new flagship product. It is out in beta, so it is severely discounted, but it's got active trading, Agger, order flow data, spaghetti charts, heat maps. And we do 3 hours a day of private live voice calls with the entire BB team and community, guys. It's basically 3 hours a day of conference calls, right? You get to do Q&A, chart requests, see, feel, think what all of us at BB on the team are thinking and seeing in the markets again twice per day. So if you love Market Check, you will absolutely love the Discord, guys, and you will certainly love using BB Terminal. You can check this out. You can also pay with crypto, right? You can pay with crypto now. I know that a lot of you guys, you hate fiat. You don't have any money in fiat. It's crypto money, man. Crypto money is not real money. So you can pay with crypto and get access to this, take your trading to the next level. We always talk about this because it's true. This market is just simply too big to navigate alone. You need to surround yourself with people that you can trust, people that understand these markets. Everybody needs their pack. Everybody needs their group. We want to be that group for you guys. And again, nobody is doing things like we are here at BB. Full transparency. You get to see all of our positions, TA. And again, we talk twice per day. This isn't some little piddly group where you sign up for it and like we'll drop a chart here and there. No. It's 3 hours per day of private live voice calls, conference calls. All of it is recorded in case you miss one, so you can watch it back at your convenience every single day with positions, updates, all that stuff, guys. You will love it. And again, we just spent hundreds of thousands of dollars building out the BB terminal. And you get that if you're in the Discord for no additional cost. So nobody is investing in their community and their business like we are. So give it a try. Pay with fiat, pay with crypto. And again, this is kind of what you could expect. Here's a little sneak preview of it right here. Here's Jackus doing some TA right over here. So we do screen sharing twice per day. You get to really see behind the curtain, right? So give it a try. Surround yourself with like-minded, sharp people. Take it to the next level. If that's not for you guys, check out the BB Academy. I just dropped a free course here. If you liked my charting, if you thought it was great, and you like Jackus and Tucker's charting too, same kind of thing, but I made it on mine. Make your trading view charts look beautiful, right? Here's what you'll learn. Totally free course. You just got to put in your email and you get the course for free. It's probably about 2 or 3 hours, I think, on how to make your charts look beautiful because these markets are tough to navigate. The data is difficult to interpret. And if you don't know how to make it visually appealing and easy to understand, you're going to struggle. So help yourself understand the data, take the free course. But if you really want to take things to the next level, guys, check out the paid course. I can honestly say there's probably not a better paid course in all of crypto. There is a big difference between a paid product and a free product. And you guys will see that. So if you love Market Check, you're like, damn, that is some good free stuff. You're going to love the paid stuff. There's a difference. right? There's a big difference. So check it out. Here's everything you're going to learn. We spent about 6 months building this thing out with everything you could ever want or need, guys. So again, there's a lot of people, us included, teaching TA and FA for free. But if you really want to speed run your journey, speed run understanding of these markets from a technical and fundamental perspective, guys, you can save yourself a lot of time checking out the BB Academy, guys, right here. BB Academy. All right. And last but not least, if the terminal is not for you and the Discord's not for you and the Academy's not for you, and you're like, man, I really like these guys' style. I trust them. I like their analysis. All that is great, but I don't have time to navigate these markets. Well, guess what? We can actually do it for you. We are now an SEC registered hedge fund called the BB Wealth Management. Guys, we can actually legally manage your money for you now. Not many other people on CT or YouTube can actually say that. We made the investment, we put in the time, we built the team, we built the infrastructure. We've already onboarded millions. It's going very well so far. Definitely consider that as an option as well. If you actually want us to trade for you, we can do that. Check out the link below to our Twitter, BB Wealth Management. Fill out a contact form, set up a meeting. We'd be happy to fill you in on any details or answer any questions that you may have about it. But guys, I can't emphasize this enough here. Check this out. BB Terminal, awesome product. BB Terminal plus Telegram plus Discord, even better, right? And you can pay with crypto for all of them. Yep. And additionally, this is still up from yesterday. This is still up from yesterday.
Wait, what? Oh my God, are you serious?
Okay, do you not want it?
Still up from yesterday.
I left it up, bro.
How many did you make?
I don't know. Just a couple.
Is it just unlimited?
Just a couple.
Just
I mean,
infinite?
just a couple. I mean, I don't know.
All right. Hey, let me go get in the books real quick. How many did you
take it before Tucker takes it down, guys?
I'm quick on the buttons, guys. I'm quick on the buttons. Hang on.
Take this 25 off code for any of the products on the site before Tucker takes it down. This is a little sneak attack from me to Tucker. Okay.
Yeah, this was a sneak attack.
This was a sneak attack. Yeah. This was a sneak attack. But I think we can get some of you in there before Tucker takes it down. So
yeah.
25 off. Use it at checkout. Pay with crypto, pay with fiat, use code 25 off. You're going to love it. If you like market check, you like the analysis, you're going to love the paid experience. It's even better. There's a big difference between paid and free.
Mm-hmm.
Free is epic, but joining the Discord, joining the BB Terminal plus Telegram, giving yourself access to those tools, everything that we use collectively, we custom built all this stuff, right? We custom built all this stuff. We made it exactly how we would want to use it if we weren't making it. So it's awesome. The 25 off is just going to be for the first month. So you can try that out, get your foot in the door at a discount. And then if you don't like it, you know, you saved yourself 25%, but you're going to end up liking it. Right. So you're going to like it. You're going to want to stay. Well, what if I don't like it? You're going to like it.
You will like it and you'll be happy.
You will make money. You will have everything.
What was your super chat, Ansem? What was your type it in right now and I'll answer it immediately. You don't have to super chat it. No, Manish, you cannot. Try 25 off every month.
But Manish, you can get Jackie's 9 code, and that gives you minus 10% lifetime.
That is true.
Look at Matthew, man. Matthew's in the Discord. He knows. If you want a discount for every single month, guys, you can do this one. This actually gets you 10% off. I don't know why Ed did 9. I actually don't understand that, but it's 10% off.
I don't.
But you get, so you could join now and you can either get 25% off your first month, or you can join with Jackus's code and get 10% off every single month forever. So
if you do the calculation, right, you know, what's the better deal?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, Jackus's code is better, but some people they really want to reduce their risk, to joining for the first month. So, I get it both ways. It just depends. It just depends.
Oh no, the dude from yesterday was asking to check the Sigma chart, which is a hilarious ticker, but
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I would say you don't have to pull it up, Max, but I would say 0.00888 must hold, and you're bullish above 0.15. There you go. But it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. I like the higher lows, holding the range. So there you go. It's nothing crazy. I don't know anything about the meme, right? It's gonna be more than TA if it's gonna pump, but I don't think it looks
By
bad.
the way, guys, quick screen share.
Oh.
We were discussing this a few weeks ago here with even Tommy live here on Market Check with Baba. You are still early. Nobody cared about Chinese stocks 14 days ago. Now they are the best performing asset class or best performing stocks of this year, and they had their best week in the history. Since 2008. But this chart, you are still early.
Yeah, that's a chart to buy dips on. If you're so lucky, if you get that little consolidation right there, oh man, it's gonna be nice.
This is the fractal of Bitcoin actually from 2019.
Ooh, look at that! Look at that fractal. Wait, let's see what you have up there quick. Oh my, is that gold?
Yeah, it's gold.
Yeah. Oh wow, yeah, it is.
No, but Jackus, you can't do that. Those are two totally different assets. I don't know what you think you're doing.
Where will the liquidity come from?
It's a good question.
I love that question.
I know.
The bear's eternal question: where will the liquidity come from? Oh, boom! We are injecting eternal liquidity. The companies can now borrow directly from the central bank. Where will the liquidity come from? There's always something. By the way, this was not known 14 days ago. It was just a good-looking chart at a very obvious bottom week of accumulation. And suddenly they announced that companies in China can now access capital from the central bank, and they are also lowering the rates.
What
Boom.
a coincidence.
Coincidence. Yeah, I think this should still take some time. Not that it has to, but I think that you actually don't know how it like. It doesn't have to be like exactly like this, right? It's more of like where we are. But what can easily happen on Baba, and this is for lots of BB Discord group guys watching, because all of them are in from lower. Some still want to buy. What can easily happen, right? Is you basically just get this dip. Like it's not going to dip lower, it's going to do this, and then you start sending. Maybe here we still have more upside, which is possible. Where we come, we sweep these highs, and you get sort of like this. I don't know. That was such an obvious chart, man. Like,
It looks good. You know that the schematic you have on the other chart, Jack, is to the left. So that to me looks like ETH in its local range as well. Like
yeah,
if you put that next to ETH in its local range, it looks like that
there
schematic.
is one difference, and that's this. This needs to take time. It just needs to be this slow bleed sell-off, right? And that's not what's happening on ETH right now. On the daily, this is too quick, and when it's this quick, it usually leads to the sweep of the lows. It would be way different if right here it would be this, right?
By the way, there was more cumulative long liquidations over the last couple days than the August
Sure.
nuke.
Really?
Then the August one or the
Yeah.
September one.
That's crazy.
August.
Are you sure?
August. I think it was the September one.
This is according to Franco Phil, so this is reliable information.
That's crazy to me. That's hard to believe.
I think that's accurate.
I remember how every bear, right? And this is one for people to know, but every single bear out there, it's not that long ago, but it seems like people forgot. But back here in July 2021, every bear was looking for a breakdown, and they just kept saying that we are going to go lower all the way to all-time highs, and then maybe here,
Told
they were
you.
like, I told you this whole freaking time.
All right. It's time. We're going to call it. Guys, that code is still up if you want to use it, 25 off, or you can use Jackass9 for 10% off of every single month, not just your first one. Check it out. You can sign up with fiat or you can sign up with crypto, guys. Give it a try. You will not regret it. That I promise you. It's a really, really great time. So thanks for being here, guys. Before you go, please consider liking and also subscribing. Check out the links below, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Happy Uptober.